EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Elliott now to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Ready. 5-9. Mike 5-4. You're trapped. You're trapped. Shift. Back.
Here's Murray. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Breeze now to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 37. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. They run with Murray. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
11. Kill. 54's Mike.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
You.
To throw is Breeze. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Mark 38. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Hey, Mike 7. We own them.
Mike 38.
Breeze going to go on 4th down. And he's going to go down again. Sacked by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they've got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
Boston Scott, his first carry. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the Saints' 48-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Wentz, rush coming, and he's taken down. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
That one goes for 29 yards on third down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Under 10. Great 57. Hey, Alpha.
Patrick.
Check 13. Check 13.
On second down, it's Scott trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Marcus Davenport there to take him down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now Wentz on third down. Going for it all. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Now Breeze to try again after the pick 6. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, let's have some fun while we have a minute here. Fantasy drafts are in full swing. I know I've got my family fantasy draft coming up, Charles. Who would be your top 3 picks? I know that you're a noted fantasy football expert, so who would you take?
Well, you've got to start with guys who are going to touch the football and put it in the end zone, right? You got to score points. How about Saquon Barkley with the Giants? You know he's going to run it. He's going to catch it. When they get desperate, they may actually have him return it as well. Alvin Kamara is an absolute matchup nightmare for everyone. And Christian McCaffrey, did he ever come off the field last year? And, you know, this guy, he's a threat to be a 1,000-yard runner and a 1,000-yard receiver, as is Kamara. So this is going to be fun to watch. I can't wait to see those guys do their thing, but there are plenty of other guys out there, too. If Zeke comes along, you got to take him. Melvin Gordon, if they both come to camp, we'll see how that works out. How about Todd Gurley and his health? Because, boy, when he touches the ball, great things usually happen.
And then wondering, someone like Le'Veon Bell took the year off, now a new offense. But if he starts going like he used to, he's obviously going to be a good one.
Fresh legs is what you're counting on with Le'Veon Bell and a fresh start in New York with the Jets. And if you're looking for an exciting rookie, remember this. Kyler Murray's going to get the ball from the first snap, and they're going to leave him in there throughout. And as long as he stays healthy, he's going to pitch it around the park a bunch. Don't be surprised if he gets a little love, too.
Fielded at the 20. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, 64 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
From the 27, Breeze. This is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. Here's Breeze. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
First and 10, 26-yard line.
Breeze now on first down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. The Saints going to call the first of their... We'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Throwing on second down. Breeze. And complete right side to Cook. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Breeze now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Now a pass hauled in downfield. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jared Cook, 55 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Well, that was the fly route for a touchdown, and since he caught that one and scored it, I got to tell the story. Before the game, we were standing there. He was running deep routes, dropped one. It bounced up and just hit me right in the gut, and I said, come on, man, but there was no drop.
Yeah, you okay now?
I'm good.
All right,
I'm good.
We got the ice pack up here. You're just fine. What I loved about it was the subtlety of the route, because everyone knows he's fast. They're going to play him for that route first and foremost, but sometimes it's a head fake. It's varying your speed off the line of scrimmage. It's giving the defensive back different angles to think about. Is he going inside? Is he going outside? And then, as you noted, he just took off past him. Oops, there he goes again.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down. They'll run with Scott. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
46 down, man, 5-4. Hey, Charlie.
Quick. 50 chins to Mike. Watch Mike.
Play action. Now Wentz. That is caught inside the 5. 16 yards, a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Wentz now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. They isolate Jeffrey to the left side.
They can't hang with us. Watch the eye.
6'6", bullet high.
Watch twins. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Elliott is good. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the end. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll come out in the pistol. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Wentz. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. On the toss play, Howard. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. They run the counter. It's Scott. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott now to add the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Eagles 34, Saints 7. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Breeze, and he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
0-2, 0-2.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Hey, Delta. Tonight.
Again, it's Breeze. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Elliott on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position. Now Breeze lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now it's the backup Bridgewater. Steps away to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nigel Bradham, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. Bridgewater, and he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 33. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
The throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll run here. It's Murray. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape, and that is not going to get it done. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. That's pulled in at the 32. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on.
This is caught inside the 15. Wentz able to hook up with Aguilar for a big gain, 41 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing is Wentz. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Ready. 5-9. I got him. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. 53.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. And got his man complete. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 84 yards. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead drops from 34 down to 27. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. You know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On the carry, this is Scott. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look. 6 DBs. To throw, it's Wentz. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They run it again with Kamara, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now Breeze. He'll have a 1st down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
Waiting. Check, 47. Rip left.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. Latavius Murray. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Latavius Murray, 46 yards. And the Saints get a bit closer. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now down to 20. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And some room to work. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Wentz now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10.
Bravo.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Dancing to his left. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. He's got his man on the crossing. Well upfield across the 45. The Eagles